Hello students! In this video we'll discuss how to evaluate factorials and when to use them. Let's get started. You might be wondering, what is a factorial? When you see a whole number followed by an exclamation point, it's called a factorial. A factorial means we multiply all the whole numbers between 1 and the given number. For example, 4 with an attached exclamation mark is read as 4 factorial. It's the product of 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which equals 24. Put simply, you start with the given number and multiply by each previous whole number all the way down to 1. Sounds cool, but when are they useful? Factorials are often used when calculating the total number of ways a set of items can be reordered. Let's say you want to make a playlist with your 5 favorite songs. How many different playlists could you make? The answer is 5 factorial, which is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. That's 120 different playlists. Let's dive deeper into that example. If 5 songs are going to be made into a playlist, we have 5 songs to choose from to be first. For each of those 5 song choices in the first spot, there are 4 remaining songs to choose from to take the second spot. That makes 5 times 4, or 20 ways to choose a first and second song. For each of those, there are 3 remaining songs to choose from to take the third spot. Then we have 2 remaining songs to take the fourth spot, and the last song takes the last spot. Then we multiply the number of choices together to find the possible combinations. The total is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, or 5 factorial, which is 120. There are 120 ways 5 songs could be ordered in a playlist. Let's evaluate some other factorials. 2 factorial is 2 times 1, which is just 2. There are 2 ways to order 2 items. Here is a list of all the ways to order 2 items. We can order it as AB or BA. 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1, which is 6. There are 6 ways to order 3 items. Here is a list of all the ways to order 3 items. Each of the 3 letters can be chosen to come first. There are 2 ways for A to come first, 2 ways for B to come first, and 2 ways for C to come first. As we've seen earlier, 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is 24. There are 24 ways to order 4 items. We've also already seen 5 factorial, which is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is 120. There are 120 ways to order 5 items. 6 factorial is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. To multiply a long list of numbers, just take it 2 numbers at a time. 6 times 5 is 30. 30 times 4 is 120. 120 times 3 is 360. 360 times 2 is 720, and 720 times 1 is still 720. There are 720 ways to order 6 items. The product of these factorials are getting large quickly. 7 factorial is 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which will take some time to calculate by hand. But there is a way to use other factorials to help. In the last problem, we already solved 6 factorial. How can we use our answer for 6 factorial to find 7 factorial? Well, 6 factorial includes the product of all the numbers between 1 and 6. So to find 7 factorial, we can just take 7 times 6 factorial. 6 factorial is 720, so we can multiply 7 times 720, which is 5,040. 8 factorial is 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which again will take some time to calculate by hand. Luckily, most calculators have a factorial button. If you have one, take some time to find it. If I open a calculator and type 8 and attach a factorial symbol, it gives me an answer of 40,320. I would recommend using a calculator for large factorials. Let's go back to some special case factorials. They're special because they are the only factorials that require no multiplication. 0 factorial is 1. If you had to order no items, there is only one way to do that, a blank list. 1 factorial is also 1. If you think about it, there's only one way to order 1 item. That's it for factorial, students. Remember, they are simply the product of all the numbers from the given number down to 1. For larger factorials, use a calculator and record your answers carefully. Good luck!